Can you tell me when we use present perfect tense? Who can tell? Can you tell me when we can use present perfect tense? Yes, Ankit.
Sir, when the action is just finished after the speaker spoke, just finished, only after a few minutes of interval.
So then we use a present perfect tense, right? So what is the formation of present perfect tense?
Two verbs are used.
Yes.
The have verb and the action verb.
Past
participle form of the action verb.
Fine. So in case of perfect tense, that is a perfect form of tenses, it can be present perfect, it can be past perfect, it can be future perfect. So what's the main concept is that the action is already done when the speaker speaks, right? So in case of present perfect tense, so when the speaker speaks, just few minutes before the action has been completed, right? So we have started doing our English class. We have started doing our English class few minutes before, right? So this is present perfect tense. Okay. So any other example of present perfect tense? Anyone else can tell? Saptarshi.
I have been playing.
Have been playing? No, it's wrong. Have been playing. How come?
Played.
So have played, because present perfect, that is in case of present perfect tense, only have verb is used and the past participle form of action word is used. Have verb is used and the past participle form of action word is used. So ing form will not come in perfect form, right? In perfect form only two verbs are used, that is a have verb and the past participle form of action word. Okay. Aditya wants to tell something else. Yeah, Aditya, tell me.
Sir, example of present perfect tense.
Yes.
I have started playing chess.
You have started playing chess. Okay, I have started playing chess. Yes.
Sir, an example of present perfect tense, he has played for the team.
He has played
For the team.
for the team. He has played for the team. Yes, Tiyasha wants to say.
I have had my breakfast.
I have had.
My breakfast.
Oh, very good. Fine. Very good example. Tiyasha has told me a very good example, very good sentence, that is, I have had my breakfast. Okay. I have had my breakfast. So here actually have is the main verb. Right. So I have my breakfast. Amra bole thaki. So we say I have my breakfast. Right. So here the main verb is have. Right. And the past participle form of this have is had. And as we are using the present perfect, okay, that is a have verb must be used. That is why we are using have. So I have had my breakfast. If it is he, if the subject is changed, if it is he, then it could be he has had his breakfast. So this is present perfect tense, right? Present perfect tense hocche, so presenting when the speaker speaks, just কিছুক্ষণ আগে কাজটা হয়েছে, that we want to say. Then we go for past perfect. So the problem zone is past perfect. So when we use past perfect, right? Who can tell when we use past perfect? Ankit.
Sir, when the action is completed few minutes before, but a specific time is mentioned.
No, concept is not clear. Okay, when we use past perfect, in case of past perfect, actually past perfect is, that is, when we use in past time, right, time period. So in past time, when the two actions are done consecutively within a short span of time. In past time, within a very short span of time. So consecutively two actions are done. In that case, when the first action is done, so in case of the first action, we use past perfect. So I am just giving you the example, that is, suppose I am telling you, well, so I went to your house, I am telling Ankit, I went to Ankit's house yesterday at around 9 o'clock in the evening, right? Although it's not evening, nonetheless I'm telling it, right? So yesterday I went to Ankit's house at around 9 p.m., right? And when I went over there, when I went to Ankit's house, so I got to know that Ankit left the house 5 minutes before. Ankit left the house 5 minutes before to buy some things from the shop, right? So what has done over here? So over here, actually, in the past time, yesterday it had happened. Yesterday, so in the past time, two actions are done. One is I went to Ankit's house, and the second one is Ankit also went to buy something from the shop. Ankit went out of the house, right? Now the question is that which action was done? Which action was done first? Ankit went to the shop. Ankit went out of the house, okay, before I went, right? So this first action is Ankit's going. This part should be converted into past perfect. So we can say that Ankit had left the house to buy something from the shop, right? 5 minutes before I went to his house. Well, so when I went to his house, just 5 minutes before, he had left the house. So he had left the house to buy something from the shop 5 minutes before I went over there. So that is the use of past perfect.
Sir, may I give an example?
Tell me.
Example of past perfect tense. He had his coffee in the cafe.
He had his
Coffee in the cafe.
in the cafe. No. Then you have to tell the other action. So when you use the past perfect, then you have to actually mention two actions. Two actions within a short span of time. Okay. I tell you one thing, everybody else. Okay, when you use past perfect, so keep in mind that you have to mention the two actions consecutively within a short span of time. So if you say, so Tiasha wanted to say that I had coffee, right? I had a coffee. Okay, so then the other action she will have to say, I had a coffee in the cafe. Well, yeah, before going to school, like that you cannot say before I had gone to school, before I went to school.
Or attending the party.
Okay, before I went to school. So like this you have to tell. So when you use the past perfect, right? So you have to mention the two situations. You have to think of the two situations. Okay. So two actions must be done. And the first action should be converted into past perfect. And the second one will be in the simple past. Right? Yes.
Sir, an example of past perfect tense is he
done his homework.
Then he had done his homework, so you can say that he did his homework. Why you are using it in past perfect? Why you are using it in past perfect? You can say that he did his homework. Why you are saying that he had done his homework? We can say like that, he had done his homework. He had done his homework. Okay, when he had done his homework 5 minutes before or few minutes before when I went to his house. So two actions must be done. That you have to present. That you have to mention. Right? So some common example I am telling. Yes, Aditya.
So an example of past perfect tense is when I went to Saptoshi's house,
Hmm.
he had his breakfast.
Yes, very good. When I went to Shaptoshi's house, he had his breakfast. That you were saying. Fine. So two actions are there.
Yes.
One is you went to Shaptoshi's house and Shaptoshi had already had his breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first action is Shaptoshi took his breakfast. Shaptoshi had his breakfast. That is the first action. And after that, just you went to his house. That is why first action should be converted into past perfect. Right? Fine. So this is past perfect is done. Next, go for future perfect. So what is future perfect? Yes, Ankit wants to say what?
In future time, a work is mentioned that will be already done in that future time.
So yes, I understand what actually you are going to tell is that in future time, future perfect. So that is the most problematic. Okay, the people get confused over here. Future perfect, the simple future and the future perfect. So you people get confused over here. So future perfect is that by a particular time in the future.
Now what will be done?
By a particular time in the future. Future এর একটা time এর মধ্যে. So action will have been completed. That is the action টা complete হবে হয়ে যাবে যেটা আমরা অনেক সময় what we say I tell you one thing I am giving you an example আমরা অনেকেই বলে থাকি ওকে আমি কালকের সকালের মধ্যে কাজটা করে ফেলবো কালকে সকালের মধ্যে আমার হোমওয়ার্ক হয়ে যাবে আমরা এই ধরনের সেন্টেন্স বলে থাকি কালকে সকালের মধ্যে আমার হোমওয়ার্ক হয়ে যাবে সো দ্যাট মিন্স টুমরো মর্নিং একটা পার্টিকুলার টাইম দ্যাটস আ ফিউচার টাইম বাই দ্যাট টাইম বাই দ্য টুমরো মর্নিং আমার কাজটা কিন্তু কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাবে ওকে সো পারফেক্ট আছে মানেই আমায় বোঝাতে হবে যে কাজটা হয়ে গেছে এই ব্যাপারটা প্রেজেন্ট হবে পারফেক্ট ফর্ম মানেই তো সেটা ফিউচার আছে মানে দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ফিউচার টাইমের একটা পার্টিকুলার টাইমের মধ্যে কাজটা হয়ে যাবে সো ফিউচারের মানে টুমরো মর্নিং বাই টুমরো মর্নিং মাই ওয়ার্ক উইল হ্যাভ বিন ডান অর আই উইল হ্যাভ ডান মাই হোমওয়ার্ক আমি কাল আমি কাল সকাল 10টার মধ্যে অফিসে পৌঁছে যাব তাহলে হোয়াট ক্যান বি ইন ইংলিশ আমি কাল সকাল 10টার মধ্যে অফিসে পৌঁছে যাব তাহলে পৌঁছে যাব কিন্তু অফিসে কিন্তু পৌঁছে যাওয়া হয়ে যাবে তাহলে কাল সকাল 10টার মধ্যে অফিসে পৌঁছে যাব সো হোয়াট ক্যান বি ইন ইংলিশ Sorry, not getting you. What is saying?
I will have reached my office
by what use করতে হবে we have to use the word by
the morning.
By tomorrow morning.
morning.
By tomorrow morning or by tomorrow 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Right? So future এর টাইমটার মধ্যে so by what টা লাগবে? Yes.
Sir, I have an example.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, they will have bought a bike.
তারপর they will have bought a bike. Then time, what the time? Time, future time. Wait.
By next day,
Sorry, once again.
they will have bought a bike by next week.
By next week, okay. They will have bought a bike by next week. So next week এর মধ্যে তার বাইকটা কেনা হয়ে যাবে সে এখনো কেনেনি ওকে ফাইন ইয়েস তিয়াশা
I will have done the project by the next week.
by the next week or by day after tomorrow I will have done the homework done the project okay fine yes Ankit
By the next day, I will have reached the auditorium.
sorry I am not getting you
By the next day, I will have reached the auditorium.
okay fine Yeah, Saptoshi.
So they will have done their work by tomorrow evening.
They will have done their work
By tomorrow evening.
tomorrow evening. Fine.
I will have gathered the data before you again ask for it.
Once again.
I will have gathered the data before you again ask for it.
Fine. Very good sentence. Yes or no?
I will reach school by tomorrow.
Sorry, not getting you.
I will have reached school by tomorrow morning.
Okay, I will have reached school by tomorrow morning. Fine. Now we are starting present perfect continuous, right? So yes, Shovardo. Shovardo, can you tell me? So when we use a present perfect continuous tense? When we use present perfect continuous tense?
Use the present perfect continuous tense when the work or the action is going on in the present, and the action still remains in a particular period of time.
So in a particular, so you want to say that for a particular time period, the action is going on, right? So you mean to say the action has already started and it's going on for a certain time period when the speaker speaks. Okay, so now can you tell me, yeah, Sharona, can you tell me what's the difference between present continuous and the present perfect continuous? What is the difference between present continuous and the present perfect continuous? Okay, suppose I am just telling you, we are learning English and we have been learning English. So what's the difference between these two sentences? We are learning English right now and we have been learning English.
In the case of present continuous, the work has already
Yeah.
started and the speaker says
In the case of continuous, I mean present continuous, so that is the action is already going
Yes,
on
and
when
the
the speaker speaks.
Yes.
The action is going on when the speaker speaks. And in the case of present perfect continuous, the action has already started and it is going on for a time period when the speaker speaks. Suppose we are learning English right now, but we can say that we have been learning English for the last half an hour.
Because it
So
is
that
going
means for the last half an hour. That means so before half an hour we already started our class and still we are doing it, right? So that is the difference between present continuous and the present perfect continuous. Okay, fine. So Shovarto, can you tell me the example of present perfect continuous? You have to tell me a sentence using present perfect continuous. Yeah.
Sharona has already been studying for 2 hours.
Sharona has already been studying. Sharona has been studying for 2 hours. Okay. So that means before 2 hours, Sharona has started studying and still she is studying when you are saying, right? Okay, next coming to Ongit. Ongit, can you tell me the example of present perfect continuous? Yeah.
Sir, I have been watering the plants for the past 2 minutes.
Okay, fine. Next, Shagni.
I have been studying for last 3 hours.
Okay, fine.
We have been learning English since 5 p.m.
Okay, fine.
He has been playing football for the last 2 hours.
Okay, fine. Next, coming to Arnav. Arnav, please give me example of present perfect continuous.
We have been studying English for an hour.
For an hour, fine. Well, yeah, Shubhajit,
They have been playing cricket for about a year.
for about a year. Okay, fine.
Sir, I have been eating
You have been? Yeah.
my breakfast for the last 10 minutes.
For the last 10 minutes. Okay, fine. Yeah, Tyasha.
I have been studying history for last 2 minutes.
Okay, fine.